Okay, so let's discuss about the scenario. So the scenario is we have account object, opportunity object, and opportunity line item, three objects. So account is a parent to opportunity, and opportunity is a parent to opportunity line item. So now the scenario is whenever an opportunity line item is created, updated, or deleted, we need to maintain the total count of opportunity line items on the account record. So we have to write a trigger to achieve this. Okay, so this is what the scenario which is mostly asked in a interview point of view. Now, to write this scenario, here, first of all, we have to write a trigger, trigger, and the trigger object is on, it is based on opportunity item. Why? Why? Because whenever an opportunity item is created, updated, or deleted, so that means our triggering object is opportunity line item. Okay. Now, what are the events that we have to check? Event. So what are the events that we have? We have totally 7 events: before insert, before update, after update, before delete, after delete, and after undelete. So here, based on creation, updation, and deletion, we have to update its related account. So whenever we are updating any related accounts, then we have to go with the after triggers. Okay. So if I simply write, so trigger is after triggers. So we have two type of the triggers. One is before trigger and another one is after trigger. Okay. So event is after insert and after update and after delete. Okay. So we can able to write this for after and delete as well. After, but this is very rare scenarios. But we have to consider this one. So it's simply a custom rollup kind of scenario. Custom rollup kind of scenario. So now we got to know that we have to write this logic on the opportunity line item, and event is after insert, after update, after delete, and after undelete. Now let's write the logic. So here we have an account object. So this particular account contains this as an opportunity. Okay, so this opportunity contains these are the two products. So if I open any one of the product, so these are the product, and if I go to edit object, now I can able to see what is the API name of this product. So opportunity line item is a API name for this particular object. Okay, now let's write the logic. So let's go to developer console, file, new. Let's create a trigger on opportunity line item trigger. So opportunity line item trigger on which object? It is on opportunity line item. So let's go select opportunity. Opportunity line item. Submit. Okay. Now we created trigger for on the opportunity line item. So here we have to write events after update, after delete, after undelete. Okay. Now here what we have to do, we have to call our handler classes, but we don't have any handler classes right now. Let's create handler class for opportunity line item. So opportunity line item handler. Okay. Now I created the handler class. So let's follow all the best practices. Save opportunity line item. Now here I have to create the methods. So public static void. So this one for let's assume after insert. So after insert, what are the trigger context variable that we'll have mostly? So after insert, it's a trigger.new and trigger.new now. But right now here I want only trigger.new. So trigger.new means here opportunity line item. Opportunity line item. Copy, paste. Okay. So OLI new list. Let's assume this is my trigger.new. This is my trigger.me. Now, once you got your trigger.me, what you have to do? You have to write for loop for opportunity line item, opportunity line item, colon. So your collection variable. Always we have to bulkify our code. Always we have to bulkify our code. Now here, what I have to check? So first of all, I have to check whether this opportunity line items contains opportunity or not. Correct? So that means OLI dot dot. So we will start reflecting. So let's go with the backend opportunity. Let's open the product. So for this product, edit object, go for a opportunity lookup. So here, let's search with opportunity. So this is the opportunity item. Okay. So this one we have to check. Opportunity ID is not equals to null. If it is not equals to null, then we have to collect this opportunity line IDs in one set variable. Set variable. So set of ID, where OPP ID is equals to new set of ID. Okay, I added collection variable. Now in this OPP ID, add your opportunity line items ID. So that means this one. Okay, so after this for loop, I can able to get this opportunity IDs with all opportunity line items parent IDs. Now, what I have to do now? So I want to get all the opportunities. Okay, so for that purpose, here what I'm doing, I want to iterate opportunity OPP colon. Here I'll write one SQL query. SQL query is select ID comma account ID from opportunity where ID in colon. Where is our IDs? So our IDs are available here in OPP IDs. Correct? OPP ID. So with this, with the help of this OPP ID, we can able to fetch all our opportunities. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll add all these accounts in and opportunities in a map variable. So map of ID comma ID, which contains OPP to ACC map. ACC map is equals to new map of ID comma ID. ID comma ID. Okay. Now, so here in this map, dot add, sorry, to add any of the values inside the map, we have to use put. In this put, what I'll add first, I'll add OPP ID. So my OPP ID comma my OPP dot account ID. Okay. Now after this for loop, I'll get all my opportunities and its associated account IDs. After that, what I have to do? So now, what I'll do, I want all the opportunity line items count on the opportunity. So that means I want some aggregate result. So for that aggregate result, again I'll use aggregate result. Okay, AR colon. Now here I want to write aggregate result. So select opportunity dot account ID. So it's a ACC ID, comma. I want all the count of ID. From which object? So let's consider this is a total as a string. Now from opportunity line item, where opportunity dot account ID in. So we have all our IDs in where? In key set. In our key set. So this one dot values. So in our values, we have all our account IDs. Correct? Now with this IDs, what we have to do? We have to group by opportunity dot account ID. Account ID. Let's try to save. So it is saving. Yeah, now it is saved. So now with this query, what I'll get opportunity account IDs and all the count of its opportunity line items. Okay. Now after that, here I want to prepare one account instance, new account. Now here in this ACC, I'll add first ACC ID should be my this ACC ID. This ACC ID. So how can I able to add this one? So this one I can able to add with the help of AR dot get off So my ACC ID. So here it is an ID. So let's try to write the ID as a just we have to typecast this one. Typecasting this one. Now in account I created one field. Let's open the field account object. Here opportunity line item count. So in this particular field, I want to populate all my count of this particular records. So count of ID. So here it is in a total. So that means AR dot get off, AR dot get off. So here we have total and it is a number. So that means integer. It is a integer value. So I typecasted this one. Then, so my account is ready, but I am inside of the for loop. So it is not possible for me to update here. So that's why what I'll do, I'll update list of account. I'll create one ACC list to update is equals to new list of account. New list of account. So I'll write ACC to update simply. Let's copy this one. And ACC to update dot add of ACC. Okay, now I added my account. So after the for loop, simply check the null condition and update your ACC account records. So not ACC dot is empty. Okay, now let's try to save. That's it. So now my trigger is ready only for insert scenario. But this insert scenario I have to call from here. So here what I do in the trigger, if trigger dot is after. So in this after scenario, what I do, I'll first write for insert scenario. So trigger dot is insert and from the insert I'll call my opportunity line item handler with after insert and I'll pass trigger.new as parameter. Okay, now let's try to save. Okay, it is saving. Now it is saved successfully. Now let's try our insert scenario. So let's open the account. Close. So for this account, how many contacts are there? Only one contact is one opportunity is there. For this opportunity, we have two true products. Now I want to add one more product. Then I want 3 as count in my account. So next. Okay. go with some other value. Next. Okay. It's taking some time to reflect. Okay, so here, let's assume we have quantity as 2. Now let's click on save. So now one port line item is inserted here. Once that is inserted, now let's navigate to its parent account. So opportunity's parent. So here in this opportunity parent, now in the opportunity line item count, can I able to see 3? Yes. Yes. Now that means my logic is working properly. Okay. So this is about insert scenario. So the same scenario we have to write for update, delete, and undelete scenario. So which I explain now next session. Thanks.